Yo, what's good? What's ching chang chonging? What's poppin', my boys and girls? It's me. And I'm here to talk about the Future Game Show, March 25th, 2021. It's quite disappointing, actually. For Sonic fans at least, because as Premi de Remy would say, we're in a Sonic the Hedgehog drought. We haven't had a Sonic game in 3 years. If you think about the last Sonic game we had, which was Team Sonic Racing, TSR, we haven't had a Sonic game since then, which sucks because, we're basically in a complete drought and we don't really have anything as far as games go. So basically I'm just gonna I said basically twice. But basically, I'm just gonna kind of talk about the game show today, because it was very disappointing as far as Sonic games go. And this is normally how the stuff goes. Like, most of the time, it's either an indie game that nobody could give like a Lego brick about, or it's either that or it's a first-person shooter that nobody else cares about because it's so unoriginal compared to everything else. So, basically, we get no good games out of it. The only good game that got announced was Kenna Bridge of Spirits, and you had to wait, you had to wait until after the entire presentation to finally, see a gameplay trailer for, we've seen enough gameplay for Kenna. I don't really, at the PS5, State of Play last year, mid-2020, I was excited for Kenna. The same press release, or that kind of showcased the first teaser for the Miles Morales video game. It was great, I really was looking forward to Kenna, but now it's just come on, you're giving us way too much content for this when you could be shining spotlight on other good games. But the thing about that is that there aren't really any other good games that are actually coming out. Nothing seemed good. It was only DLCs, director's cuts, and indie games that nobody really had any true care for. Nobody really cared about the indie games. But I'm here to talk about Sonic. So let's talk about what was going on with Sonic. So basically on the Future Games Day page that was talking about the companies and what was soon to come for the presentation, there was a list of companies and video game industries that were basically saying hey, blah 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 is gonna be at our event, blah 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 is gonna be at our event, blah 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 is gonna be showcasing a game here, blah 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 is gonna be showcasing a game here as well. And the first company that they chose to showcase was Sega. Yep, Sega. But do you know what's funny about that? There was not a single Sega-based game there. And you know what's funny? They 100% kept boasting Sega. Sega was the first name that popped up when you were when you read the names that were on the board of people that were going to be at the event. Do you know what's funny? There were only 2 projects that Sega showed up at, and I'm pretty sure only one of them Sega actually completely made. The other one, Sega helped publish the game. They didn't do any developing, they didn't do any game design, all they did was develop it. Now my question to the Future Games people is that why would Sega be the first main name on your list? Just so you can completely give us basically nothing. There was nothing really good at that event as far as Sega goes. There was nothing, it's safe to say that there was nothing good at that event, period. Now sure, go down in the comments for the people who actually choose to watch this and, care about my opinion. With my, I don't know what, at the time 1 subscriber. But what I'm here to say is that there was nothing really good and enjoyable and something to look forward at that event that we had already known about. There was nothing revealed there that we were excited for. And even if there was something that we were excited for, it wasn't a game debut, it wasn't a game trailer, it wasn't a showcase, it wasn't an out-of-the-blue new game nobody has known anything about. If there was any game that somebody was hyped for, it was probably already teased, or there was already, like, probably a trailer for it at some point before this game show. Back 4 Blood. That game, people knew everything about it. And like I said before, Kenna Bridge of Spirits. You know, people knew about Kenna Bridge of Spirits before this whole game show was a thing. So, there's nothing good announced at the event. And I want to drive this point home. Why would the game show website, and why would the game show, like, representational, you know, article, why would it say, out of the blue, not even out of the blue, why would they boast Sega so boldly, and so confidently, to only show us 2 things that Sega didn't even make, Sega collaborated on? Like, they didn't give us anything merely good enough. Sega was slacking, and it wasn't even Sega's fault. It's fine to put Sega on your list, but why would you put Sega first, above all the other companies? What was that one company, something 17, you know, the ones that were making the one game, I don't know, like, I don't know, but there's that one company, it had the number 17 in it. They were pumping out mad games. Excuse me for raising my voice, but this kinda slightly infuriates me. Why would you, like, if you want to showcase a company that makes video games, showcase the companies that are actually publishing games. Don't showcase Sega when Sega has nothing to show for itself. And I watched a Premi Doremi video earlier. Metacritic has Sega placed at number 1 on their games company list. Nintendo is slagging behind us in top 10, but barely. They made top 9. They would have been below the rank of 10. This year is supposed to be the year of Sonic, the 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. Why? Why was there nothing announced? There's nothing announced for Sonic the Hedgehog. And the thing that makes me upset is that they sat up here and really, like, played with our excitement. They had everybody, and I mean almost everybody in the Twitch chat saying Sonic the Hedgehog release. Anything Sonic. Ojaville, Maurice the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, no. And there's nothing there. Nothing to represent Sonic. Barely anything to represent Sega itself. And my question to everybody who collaborated on this project that had some mind towards Sega. Why would Sega be the top priority of your list when you have nothing to show? There's, like, if you went to the article right now, you'd see that the first company that was listed in their lineup was Sega. And it's not even just Sonic completely. My question is, if you have Sega in your lineup, why are there only 2 things that are created by Sega? And I want to point this out. One of the games that Sega... Okay, first of all, I want to point this out. There were only 2 games at Sega. Sega was being boasted so much. Sega was being published and just influenced and, like, advertised on that website so flipping much, right? Tell me why there were only 2 projects that Sega collaborated on, and 1 out of the 2 projects they did not even create. They only published. Sega did nothing good. Not most of I can't even say most. There are only 2 games published, and those 2 games were straight garbage. And nobody cared. No one cared at all. No one cared. So, first of all, Sega was being boasted so much, and it's like, oh, look at Sega. It's like that one kid in Pokemon, in the Pokemon games. He's like, oh yeah, my Rattata can beat your blah blah blah. And then you whoop the Rattata. It's like, why are you going to boast Sega so much just for Sega to destroy itself? This is terrible timing. I'm sorry. This is just utmost terrible timing, because right now the Sega company is at 81.8 on the Metacritic scoreboard. It is the highest. It is in the highest popularity currently in the Metacritic scores. And this is Metacritic. Metacritic, you know, the company that has been bashing on Sega since day one. Sega is on the number 1 board of their list right now. Like, come on. Like, nothing was, I keep saying this, but they boasted Sega so proudly. They represented it. They said, hey, you're gonna watch the future game show? Yeah, man, that's awesome. We have Sega. Like, how are you going to boast Sega and you don't have anything to show for Sega? You might as well represent a different game company. Like, don't say we have Sega if you secretly, really, come on, let's be factual. Don't say you have Sega and you don't got Sega. Come on, think about it. There is nothing really for Sega to, you know, represent. So if you're either watching the stream, like the stream highlight or the stream archive or video for Sonic or for anything Sega, don't have high hopes. Don't have any high hopes for Sega. And I know Premi Doremi yesterday, he said we shouldn't really expect anything, have our expectations low. But you know, sure, Prem, you said have expectations low, but at the same time, with all of the, like, exposure that the game show is literally getting right now, you can't expect me to, like, not have high hopes. And, you know, it was just very disappointing how, like, they said Sega so proudly, had everyone hyped, had everybody excited. They said, yeah, we got Sega, number 1. Like, first game company on their list was Sega. And they had nothing to show for Sega except for 2 games. And 1 out of the 2 games that they actually showed, they didn't even create. Like, so, you know, I guess that's it. I mean, I know I, like, was ranting a lot, but it is, like, very disappointing how, like, Sega sets themselves up to be, like, really good. And, like, they expect us to expect the most of them, and then when we expect the most of them, like, they lose it up here and just kind of, like, play us for fools and, like, clown us, and they're like, ah, haha, you were expecting, Sonic? Well, no, here's a game that we barely even worked on, and here's a game that we worked on, but it's going to be garbage. Like, we're in a Sonic drought. Like, they don't understand that, like, there are some die-hard Sonic fans that just want a game, like, after 3 years. And here's the thing, we do want a Sonic game. At least we want an announcement. We don't care about waiting. What we care about is getting a Sonic game in general. I'm not sure if I just said we don't want a good game. We want a good game, for sure. TSR was a pretty alright game. It wasn't bad. It wasn't, from what other people say, it wasn't good. I haven't played it, but at some point I might. I don't know. But a lot of people are saying it's kind of in the middle. So, you know, if you are going to make a Sonic game, do what Pokemon Legends Arceus did. Announce your game, announce the title, announce some gameplay features, and then just kind of work at it. Like, don't waste our time with, like, oh yeah, don't worry, we're gonna rush it. Because do you know what rushing leads to? rushing leads to 06. Rushing leads to forces. And don't get me wrong, I loved forces. Yes, sure, grab your pitchforks. Grab your torches, grab your angry mob items. This guy likes forces. Whatever. That's your opinion, it's mine. That's alright. But I like forces. I enjoyed forces. It was a pretty alright game. As far as Boost Sonic goes. But, you know, it's just... We were very, very let down by this game show. And I know, of course, we weren't supposed to have expectations, never expect something high, because then if it doesn't come through, then you're going to be disappointed. Well, yeah, sure, but you know, when they set themselves up to be expected to have some good games when they only had two, and like I said it before, they didn't really have anything. And they didn't really show us anything good at this presentation. They only had two things, of course, like I said before, many times actually. Only one of them they published, didn't actually work on. So Sega really let us down this time. And they just really didn't put in their part, but it wasn't Sega's fault really. I feel like it was more so the Future Games Event's choice of words and choice of publishing. Like, they 100% put Sega at the top of their priorities, and they didn't even, like, show anything Sega related. Which sucks, because, you know, we were expecting a Sonic game, you know, like, we're really desperate. I'm gonna be honest, everyone's desperate. I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna go as far as to say Premi Doremi was guilty of it. You know, Premi Doremi is, you know, he's just sitting in his little chair, waiting. You know, and in the meantime, he's playing older Sonic games, doing his thing, chilling, you know how it be. He's being Prem. And, you know, that's awesome. If you can do it for that long, and if you have more patience than anyone else, apparently the Sonic Twitter, like the Sonic Twitter fandom, then yeah, because, you know, if you watch one of Premi's recent videos at the time of this recording, then you'll see what I'm talking about. But of course, I'm not going to go into depth about that, because, you know, I don't use Twitter anymore. You know, I just kind of stay in my own little bubble of YouTube. But, yeah. You know, if you want to watch Premi's video and find out what I'm talking about, feel free. Premi definitely deserves the views. He's a really cool YouTuber as far as Sonic news goes. Sonic Roundup is a really fun thing to watch every week or every couple weeks. But yeah, they really let us down. You know, but word of advice to all the Sonic fans. I'm gonna start doing this now. Okay. It's okay to anticipate Sonic. Let's all anticipate some Sonic. Together, the Sonic fan base as a community, let's look forward to some Sonic. But let's not milk ourselves, and let's not lie to ourselves and say, oh yeah, Sonic is gonna make an appearance on the blah 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 game show. Cause, you know, Sonic's birthday, there was literally a Sega Expo on Sonic's birthday. Like, Sonic, the Sonic Day, June 23rd of, I'm not sure if it was last year or the year before that, there was literally a Sega Expo that day. There was nothing Sonic related published or showcased then. So, you know, I mean, this is what I really have to say. As Sonic fans, yes, let's anticipate Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's all wait. Let's not milk it. Let's not lie to ourselves, like I said before, and let's not lead ourselves into believing and having high hopes, and then just like feeling really sad once nothing is announced. Because it's a never-ending cycle. But this is the year of Sonic, 100%. I can assure you that we will get Sonic news some point this year. After all, it's a waterfall of Sonic news. Like Sonic Prime, that new Netflix show coming out next year. That's news. That's a leak. That's confirmed. So, you know, we're getting Sonic news to an extent. But as far as Sonic games go, let's not have high hopes. Let's have low expectations, low hopes. Like I said before, of course, let's anticipate Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, let's look forward to it. Let's look forward to seeing games from the franchise as fans of the game franchise itself. But only to an extent. Let's not even have hopes at all. No, we should have very small hope that there's a Sonic game coming out. Because of course I know that we are going to get Sonic news to an extent, but as far as games go, it's very murky, unclear, unknown water. That is why we, as a community, we shouldn't milk it and lie to ourselves. So what I'm basically trying to say is that let's have very small hopes for the future of Sonic games. And when I say this, I don't mean, hey, don't tell yourself there's not going to be a Sonic game. No Sonic games are coming out. Tell yourself, I know that Sonic is going to have a game. Let's just be patient. Let's wait until, it comes out. Because if everything that we've been saying in the fan base is true, then they are working on something big. And if it is taking them this long to at least announce it or give us a title or a name, and if they're so strict they're not going to say anything about it, here's something that's good that you can tell yourself to motivate yourself to be looking forward to it. If they're taking this long to work on it, do you think it's going to be bad or do you think it's going to be good? We're in a Sonic drought. It's been 3 years since a Sonic game. So, technically, if you think about it, well, it has to be good if they're taking this long. And sure, you could say, hey, Sonic Forces took 4 years to be made. Well, here's the thing, I enjoyed Sonic Forces, so I wouldn't really know, because in my opinion, it's very murky. But, if some people would say, hey, it took 4 years to make Sonic Forces, and Sonic Forces wasn't successful, and we are only taking 3 years since the last Sonic game. But, don't have that mentality, kind of like, I don't know, like, have the mentality where it's like, let's wait for this Sonic. Because we all know that Sonic is going to come up with a game. Do we know if it's going to be good or bad? We don't know that. But as members of the community that care about the franchise and really want a game to come out, we should just wait. We should be patient. We should have high hopes. We should have high hopes, low expectations. We can hope that this game is good and that this game is great, but we should also not expect too much to the point to where we're disappointed, or to the point where we're disappointed that it's not announced. Because there is no confirmation that Sonic will be announced at, any given point. We never know when he's going to show up and pop his little blue head with quills out of his little, what is Sonic? Out of his little hut? Sonic Boom? I don't know. But, you get the point. Let's all just be patient. Because we don't know when the next Sonic announcement is. Only Sega does. I don't even think Sega's got it all figured out yet. So, let's just all wait until, let's just wait. Let's be patient. It's kind of like an Amazon package. You never know when it's coming in, but you just wait patiently and wait for it to come through. Because if we're all patient in the long run, it will all pay off, and eventually we'll get a Sonic game. Eventually we'll get something. It's kind of like how Sonic Forces worked out. Everybody wanted, hey, the last game before Forces was, I don't know, what came before Mania? Like the last 3D Sonic game, Colors, and there was, I don't know. Boom! I'm pretty sure Boom was like the last 3D Sonic game before Mania and Forces. And after that, everybody was like, whoa, yeah, we're finally getting a redemption game, we're getting games. And Mania came out, and everybody was like, yeah, let's go, Mania. So, we should all just wait patiently until something gets announced, because it's murky waters. We're not sure what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. So, we should just keep it in the back of our mind, and we pull it out when it's time to pull it out, and when we get the chance to pull it out. Because the moment will shine when the moment shines. Because would you rather have a bad Sonic game that takes a short time, or a good Sonic game that takes a long time? And I'm not saying that the length of the game being made makes it good or bad, but I'm saying that there's a high chance that if they're taking this long, they're going to give us a good game. And even if they are taking this long, they're going to give us a garbage doo-doo poo-poo game, then let's be grateful for that. Let's be grateful that after all the waiting, we at least get some form of Sonic. Because it's gonna be how it ended up with, I don't know, Forces. And, you know, that game might flop, but then the Sonic movie and the Sonic Prime TV show will sweep it under the rug, and, you know, Sonic starts over again like the Sonic franchise always does. I know it's a sad truth, and I wish that it wasn't true, but, you know, that's how it is sometimes. That's how we have to live the life of being a Sonic fan. But I went on a tangent. Let's wait. We don't know if the game will be good or bad. We don't know how long the game is being made is going to affect how good it is. But, you know, let's just be patient, and let's wait until something actually Sonic-related happens. And until then, you know, we can chill. Yeah. So that's basically all I had to say. Thanks for watching the video.